All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rudy Mitra.
And I'm Gagan Gulati.
With Gagan, we're going to walk through Microsoft Information Protection, so hopefully you're in the right place. To set up the session, we wanted to introduce Johnson Controls, a key design partner of Microsoft Information Protection. And as you heard them talk about, data increasing, data represents sort of the lifeblood of business and what you're trying to do, but also represents risk from a security, from a compliance perspective. So hopefully what you'll see in this session is how Microsoft's leaning in with Microsoft Information Protection to help you take control of that ever-increasing data, better safeguard it, better comply with it, and make sure that your business policy is overlaid into that data. So as we kind of look at this picture, this is your reality. This is our reality. Our data doesn't sit behind a corporate firewall anymore, doesn't sit behind on-premises. You know this. But the thing that's interesting about this is just how heterogeneous the spread of data here is. How many different types of services, hybrid environments, how many places it travels. When we talk to customers, our teams often hear these questions that are laid out on this slide. Okay, lots of data, lots of different places. How do I really protect the sensitive information? No. How do I even figure out where my sensitive data is? Then I can do something interesting about it. With all these data sources, I now have to worry about so many different solutions. One for maybe SharePoint, one for maybe my emails, one for my file servers. So many different solutions. How do I bring those things together? Do I have to do different labeling and classification of data for security versus compliance? Or is there a world in which I can dream that these might be better together? That's a question we often get. And finally, the question we started with, which is where is this data? It's all opaque to me. There's so much data I'm struggling to keep track of. Where is the data and how would I even go get started classifying it? This is where we think of Microsoft Information Protection as a suite of solutions designed to protect your sensitive data throughout its life cycle and designed from the ground up for protecting your data both inside the organization as well as outside your organization. What we're asserting here, what we're trying to say here is keeping control and tracking and protecting your data even when it is knowingly moving outside your organization's boundaries. Sensitive data here could imply sensitive for your business process, sensitive as defined by regulation. Think GDPR, think any of the 750 regulatory bodies around the world that are making up to 200 regulation decisions potentially on a monthly basis. That means there's regulation changing daily. So what's not sensitive yesterday could be sensitive tomorrow. How do you keep track of that? IDC in a study suggested that by 2025, there will be 165 zettabytes of data that this room and folks like us are trying to manage. That's more data than we can fathom today. And our reality is our data continues to increase at an exponential rate. In this landscape, you've got to discover the sensitive data. In a changing environment, what's true today with regulation will not be true tomorrow. There may be more sensitive data that you have to govern tomorrow. You have to classify it. Fancy way of saying, okay, mark up, keep track of what's sensitive, then protect, and of course, keep track of what's going on with it, monitoring this data. That's one dimension of the problem. And then, of course, you've got to do this across devices, apps, cloud services, and on-prem. It's a messy world. What is the promise of information protection or Microsoft Information Protection? It's that we have a unified suite to both discover and classify, and then label the content, the data that's important to you, the lifeblood of your business. When we talk about applying label, this means that we've identified what's important for sensitivity, what's important for retention. Compliance needs, security needs go hand in hand. Make sure the suite for you addresses both. And then, of course, continuous monitoring. We want to be unified across all the places the data lives. We want to be proactive with the monitoring, and we want to provide broad coverage. We don't think our solution would be good enough for you if we only did the cloud, if we only did on-prem, if we only did file shares. We've got to do all of it together. And so the decision for you when you think about Microsoft Information Protection is, how has Microsoft addressed all of my data across everywhere it lives? We've been at this for a little while. When you think about the way we have our products laid out today, we have point solutions that exist in market today, which are good. They are good. They start with this process right now, but they are incomplete. And so Gagan and my story today is to walk you through how are we completing the life cycle. But if you are on one of these products today, you're started on the right path already. We have apps and services in Office 365 where you can classify and govern data for your emails and for your SharePoint docs. You have Windows Information Protection to make sure your company data doesn't leak out of Windows machines once it's put there, such as copied off to USB drives, copied off to maybe through an email, private email system sent off somewhere else. And then you have Azure Information Protection, which is an awesome solution to make sure you can classify emails and documents both from Office as well as for third-party solutions. But again, it doesn't cover all of the places your data lives. So we've gotten started on this approach a year ago, and we've got these solutions. Now we're going to go revisit these with you now and work through how have we brought them together to complete the life cycle. And as you would expect, it's about unifying what policies apply in these locations. It's about unifying all the apps and services. And Gagan's going to take you through all of the third-party service partners and app partners that are working through this today. We're very excited to announce those today. And then providing one surface to administer all of these capabilities. This last bit gets lost a little bit when we talk about it, because it's not only important to have a unified solution, you want to define policies in one place. You want to make sure you're not translating these across multiple locations. So we've been hard at work over the last year bringing that together too. And once you put all of this together, you can then drive many, many protection outcomes as a result of doing the hard work of classifying and labeling your data. This is a bit of an eye chart, but the point here is you want to think about encryption. Great, you're on your path to that. You want to think about protecting your data from moving to third-party services? Great, you're on your way to that. You want to think about how to make sure it doesn't leak off of Windows devices? You're on your way to that, and on and on and on. But once you start the journey of discovering, classifying, and labeling your content, you're on your way to any of these outcomes or all of these outcomes, which may be important to you as part of business process. The way we'll unpack the story here is we'll go through discovering, classifying, and protecting. First, in Office, a lot of email, a lot of documents, a lot of chats all start in Office, of course. And then Gagan will tell you the same story through all of the other places it then flows out. On-premises, third-party services. So we'll do the switch off at that point. Okay. Classification. You find the data, you need to first start figuring out, is it sensitive or not? Here, we're very excited to show you that things like GDPR are built-in templates into our system. Let me describe what that means. When you think about classification with Microsoft 365, you don't have to go figure out whether a Luxembourg passport ID is sensitive or not versus a UK passport ID. We are, as part of the cloud intelligence work we do, building right into these classification services notions such as what is GDPR sensitive types. This gets you bootstrapped with discovering GDPR-sensitive data super quick. And you'll see in a demo I'll show you in a couple minutes here, couple clicks on the button, and you are covered for most of the known GDPR personal data types that are common across our tenants today. Custom sensitive types, you can tell us and our classification systems, what do you think is sensitive data? These are what you would consider company secrets, maybe company patterns that you want to define in our system. Across all of these locations, file share, SharePoint, Microsoft 365 services, you can tell us what is sensitive to you. Exact data match, a number of folks have asked for this. This is where you may have a payroll database, a personnel database. We will do classification of your content, intersecting in real time what is your company secrets held in a database across all of these locations. That's the power of the cloud compute that we bring to data classification for you. So if you've got a payroll system, it can be part of the process of figuring out in real time which emails may contain some of those. And then fairly soon, you'll see us announce that even things like images, if you have a PDF, if you've got a picture that someone may have taken of your blueprints and put in a SharePoint site or put in an email, can we classify that? And the answer is yes. We will use the machine learning we have in the cloud to figure out what is the text in those images, what's going on that's been embedded as a picture, and then use the same classification policies you define for us to figure out, does it contain any of the secrets that are in there. Super, super powerful to apply to file shares, to SharePoint servers, and to every other place where data is moving for you. This starts to define our platform. This is consistent, ubiquitous, cloud-powered classification of your content. So, okay, now you've defined policies. Now you want to make sure that you don't have to redo this 3, 4, 5 times across all of these locations. And so what we're announcing at Ignite this year is that we have unified the administration and the console in which we as IT professionals, IT decision makers, can both administer this solution as well as gain insights as to what is going on with this solution when we deploy it. Let's start with a demo and screenshots. First thing we'd like to say is that there is now a dedicated home, a dedicated workspace, whether you're a security professional or you're a compliance professional, or you happen to be both. And the reason for this is where you'll see policy administration, you'll see insights, and you'll take action on a day-to-day basis. And very, very creatively, we call these security.microsoft.com and compliance.microsoft.com. I think that deserves a round of applause. Labeling. You've got content, it's being classified, you've gone through our platform, you've started to indicate to us what is your sensitive content. You are starting to see here the screens and the dashboards where you'll figure out how many labels are in use, how many hits did these get, what are the content types, what are the labels that are getting hits across all of your content. You don't have to stitch these together across these different content types. We're doing that in the background for you. I'm looking at security labels. I highlighted that. And I showed you the map earlier about the different types of outcomes or actions that you can then connect to these labels. I've discovered the content. I've marked it up. Now what can I do with it? This is the policy page, or a version of the policy page where you can see the outcomes. It has encryption. It has content marking, data loss prevention. That's usually a solution that you have to go attach or bolt on somewhere else. We've built that right into the Microsoft Information Protection System. You can even do things like auto label, which I'll show you further along here, when we start to get into how do these labels get applied once you've figured out where the content is. Encryption, yet another solution that most of our customers tell us that they have to figure out how to integrate with classification. It is part of the system right now. You turn these three three options on, and you will start to encrypt content, and it will be encrypted in a way that both works within our system, so that things like e-discovery works, DLP works. So this is encrypted content that e-discovery searches are working over, as well as when you send this content to consumers, so someone who is maybe sitting on a Gmail mailbox or sitting on a third-party service, it will transparently work with them as well. This is heavy lifting that you have to do today to connect up. It's built right into the system. Content marking, watermarks, super useful, very easy, lightweight way to protect your data. Data loss prevention, when you think about making sure that this data doesn't exit mailboxes or doesn't get shared through SharePoint sites. Sites, when you start to classify sites, you can prevent external sharing. So now you have the classification of the content that is provided on content in a SharePoint site, determining whether the user will be able to share it or not. One of the most mistakenly used capabilities that leads to data loss today. You put a super secret document on a SharePoint site, someone else comes along and shares that site externally. Now you've got leakage accidentally. You can prevent that with the classification of the data. And then I'll spend a little bit of time on this, auto-labeling. So a lot of us have had experience with data classification where we ask our users to classify content. What we're also showing you today in the system is that Microsoft Information Protection includes some of the technologies that have been available with AIP, where you auto-classify content, starting to come together also in the service with auto-classification. Here, you can do things like you can say how many instances of the sensitive content there needs to be before it triggers. You can use the same classification we showed you earlier to create auto-classification rules, as well as groups. You can set this to apply to the finance group, but not to the engineering team, or vice versa. Super powerful to customize the auto-classification based on lots of knobs and capabilities that IT will need. You go through and you finish up and publish these labels, and what we're trying to show here is that this isn't a one-size-fits-all to the organization. You can pick different departments that these labels go to, this classification goes to. You can choose hierarchy for your classification. There is a lot of power here, and so we'll unpack a little bit of that today, and then we'll ask you to kind of really dig in so that you feel like you can see all the power of the system that's being built out. Users and groups, you can publish and edit policies, you can apply them to internal emails, external emails, different sites. The last option shows you that there is a site picker in SharePoint if you want to go through different sites here. And so this will really let you build out by mixing and matching these capabilities into sensitivity protection outcomes that you're applying to the data. But a number of you also asked for solutions that you can use here applicable to healthcare, applicable to finance, applicable to education. You need to retain this data for different periods of time. You need to be able to dispose of this data because there's maybe extra risk because you're carrying the data. So the same classification that we applied and labels that we applied, let's take a peek through how compliance also leverages these same techniques. This is yet another policy screen where we're now trying to drive some of these compliance outcomes. So we've got a label here that we've picked called GDPR. And here, we're going to first make it easy if you have files and a classification scheme that maybe you're doing somewhere else. Most folks know these as file plans. This is a plan of labels maybe that you've created with retention and security outcomes. You can import them directly into the system to bootstrap getting going. Or if you don't have it and you want to start with the system, that's fine too. For retention, this screenshot shows you, it says if we find this label or this data that is labeled as GDPR, we would like to keep that data for 7 years. Let's think through that for a second. This data now never needs to move out of M365, Microsoft 365. You can apply archiving, retention, based on the data being classified, right in the system and keep it there. That means less exposure for you when you think about, for GDPR, if I have to deal with this in an archiving solution, if we have to deal with it in a different classification system. Now, we've had retention in Office 365 for quite some time. We've had classification as part of a solution in Azure for some time too. But we haven't really brought those together in a seamless way. 3 clicks, and now you're doing the classification of your content on SharePoint, of your emails, and now you have a retention solution that is more nuanced than keep it all or throw it all away. Super powerful. Applause? Cheap tricks, sorry, we'll just, all right. So you get to pick when you publish your label, so you can do a lot of this work offline until you're ready. You can publish it out when you're ready to go. So you've done all this hard work, you've created a plan, you now know what security you want to drive, what compliance you want to drive, and this is a easy to get started with system. But it's no good if you want your end users to participate in this, if they have to manage different versions or you're managing different versions for them. So what we're announcing also today is that we have built this classification scheme right into Word, right into Excel, right into PowerPoint. Essentially, our Office apps are now enlightened with this policy. They're enlightened with these labels, so that as you are deploying our cloud-connected clients to your users, these things are right in the surface that they're already working with. The power of that is we have solutions today, but you don't want to separately manage an add-in and separately manage a client. It's okay, but it would be better if, as you thought about the new version of Outlook you're deploying, you also got all of the classification you needed. If you push a new label because GDPR is upon us or one of these new regulations is upon us, you push it in your administration console, the unified administration console, that all of your clients all of a sudden knew what to do with it. That's where we are. That's what we're announcing. So those same labels that I pushed into the administration console, the screenshot shows you that Word on Mac is now able to understand that and pull it down from the service. Let's walk through a set of clients to see what these experiences would look like. Word on Mac, you've picked the highly confidential label, and the watermarking has been applied to this document. Nothing extra to be deployed, nothing extra to be added in. It's ready to go from day one. If you need justifications from your users when they upgrade or downgrade labels, you want to prevent that from happening, our Office clients are getting smarter on all of this stuff starting today as well. And you'll see some of these blue banners across my slides. And what they indicate is when these clients are generally available to you or previews are available to you. So you can start deploying them on your test machines, you can start practicing them as part of your rollout, and then actually start your enterprise rollouts. Excel on Mac. Excel on a Mac, okay, it's applied a label with a header, which is another one of the capabilities we support here. This is Outlook on a Mac that understands these labels too. It's a public label that got applied, and so the outcomes that were described for it were applied to this mail. Here's Word on a iPad. Same thing. This narrative I started with, which is your users are on different devices, different operating systems. So we're doing the work to go add these to all of our clients across all of these platforms. And there's a staged rollout of all of these clients between now and the end of the year. But by end of year, you'll see that you have previews or GA versions of all of these clients we're running through right now. This is PowerPoint on an iPad. Same labels. This is Outlook Mobile. The same Outlook Mobile that is managed, Intune enabled, widely deployed by enterprises, it also understands these same labels. This is that same Word document on an Android device. You get the story. Same labels. Same justification. Windows, where we have an add-in today that does the same classification and labeling, will understand the same administration portal and policies starting now. So you can start to manage this in the Unified Administration Center today. And then by the end of the year, the preview versions of these clients will also be available. As Excel, a lot of this content now gets stored in SharePoint. SharePoint has the same story now, which is by the end of the year, you will start to be able to see these same labels show up when you're creating a site or a group, so that these same labels apply to the entire site, and then the outcomes we talked about earlier to protect your information, such as who gets access, external sharing, these will all be driven off of the same labels that you're describing here. This is a sensitivity label that's identified on this slide. And you can see the banner across the top that tries to make it very clear and simple to the end user what is the policy that's associated with this site. We talked about sensitivity labels and retention labels. Retention is also available right through your SharePoint settings. You go through some of these settings, you apply the label, you save it, and you can see that this library that had a set of documents has been updated with these labels. Now, the interesting thing here is this is auto-classification at work for you. So if you have your end users classify because that's what your process is, or that's the process you want to drive, that's great. We support that. Built into the client, simple to use, simple to administer. But if you have a backstop, or you're one of those organizations where it is so necessary to classify all your content, keep track of all of your information, you can start to tell our SharePoint systems, you can start to tell our email systems that, hey, I want automation to figure out what is the classification of this content. And that's what's happened here. You can see this library has been updated with the labels column, and it has now gotten the labels that apply to these documents applied to it. So we want to do a great job of giving you a solution that can both be manually applied by your users, if that's what's applicable, or automated so that you can then say that I don't want to burden my users, I want auto-classification to work. That's also fine for a solution. I'm going to hand off to Gagan, and he's going to walk you through how this same set of concepts we just set up here, which is unified classification, labels, and automation, now going to all of the other places your data also lives today.
Thank you. Thank you, Rudy. I think the big announcement which really deserved a round of applause was bringing native labeling to all the non-Windows Office clients. It's a huge ask. I think everybody in this room who has probably tried the AIP way of doing things, which we call MIP now, Microsoft Information Protection. And there's the number one ask was bring it on Mac, iOS, and Android. What Rudy showed us was that a lot of that is available starting next week. If you are on Insider Ring, you should absolutely get going on those. So that's a huge piece of what we have built over the last year. And I'm going to walk you through now on the other set of work that we have done outside of just working on the Office apps, getting us a common administration console that we can all power from. All right, the first big thing. So this is a list of capabilities that we showed you earlier. And I'm going to go walk through a bunch of the capabilities that we couldn't touch in the last 30 minutes, starting with Windows. How many of you guys know about Windows Information Protection? Just raise of hands so I know how much to explain. OK, so almost half the room. So I'll just take a minute to walk through this. Windows Information Protection has existed from the time Windows 10 has come out. And in a very simple way, it's a way for you to distinguish between personal data on a corporate device versus corporate data or enterprise data. And if the data is enterprise data, then you can apply a set of rules on the data. Like, for example, you can say, I cannot allow this to go to a USB or similar stuff. Can't copy paste it to Facebook or Twitter or other stuff. So what we have done here is we have now taken Windows Information Protection and made it part of the overall MIP umbrella. Windows, starting with 1809, the build that's going to come out soon, will have the ability to understand labels applied to a file. So take the case of I drop a file which was already classified and labeled as confidential, and I dropped it on a Windows device. And from there on, if you try to copy paste content of that file and put it on Twitter, you can enforce actions. You can do simple things like, hey, user, are you sure you want to do this? To, I will not allow you to do it, or just audit the fact that somebody copied confidential data on Twitter. So Windows 10 now is fully MIP label aware. And that's a huge accomplishment from the V team, that virtual team that's worked on it. A few examples of what this would mean to you now that you have built labels and you have made Windows, we have made Windows understand the MIP labels. It is not only the Twitter example I showed you in the last slide, but also the fact that if I took this confidential file that is labeled confidential and I copy pasted into OneDrive personal, you can produce an error, like in this case, or you can throw a warning or just audit the operation. What you could do with the confidential data going to OneDrive personal, you could do the same thing if the file, somebody drag dropped the file over to Gmail, if Gmail was not a sanctioned email system in your company, right? So this similar experience just being brought here, grounds up. Same thing if you wanted to copy paste data into a USB. So similar scenario of a data leak prevention based on MIP labeled data. Make sense? Cool. So before we go further and I walk you through a bunch of demos that we have done, a typical question could come in, hey, I'm an AIP customer today. I have deployed the add-in on Windows. I've used the scanner. You showed me this, the beautiful M365 Security and Compliance Center. What does it mean for me, right? So we'll answer this question before we move forward. Number one is the labels are 100% interoperable. In fact, we took the same label schema or updated the label schema, and we're using the label schema in Security and Compliance Center, right? So if you have AIP labeled documents today in your organization, you deployed the add-in, don't worry. We've got you covered. You don't need to change a thing. You don't need to do a thing. It'll just continue to work. So that's point number one. It also means is you don't have to recreate any labels, because when your tenant in your tenancy is ready, because we are hydrating the tenants across the globe, then at that point in time, your tenant in SCC, Security and Compliance Center, will automatically show the labels you already created in Ibiza, in AIP. So we'll just transfer the labels over with minimal work. You will just have it ready for your Mac, iOS, and Android like you have beautifully done it on Windows today. That make sense? So very simply, if you have it AIP running today, don't worry. Within weeks to a month, you can try it out on your pre-prod tenant where you can have Mac, iOS, and Android natively ready with those labels working soon. Okay? Okay, good. So should be pretty easy. Okay, so I'm going to figure, now that we have covered that part, that no, you don't have to reinvest anything. The investment just works, and you'll get a much beautiful experience on SCC where we unified everything. So let's walk through the other set of work that we have done. So the first thing, Rudy touched upon the idea that, hey, we help you with discover, classify, protect, and monitor, our 4 pillars, across all our workloads. One of the workloads happens to be your data that's on-prem. So what we have done over the last year is we have come out with this product called Azure Information Protection Scanner, which essentially runs across your file servers and SharePoint, 2010, 2013, and 2016, and gives you the same level of protection in classification, labeling, and protection of data that you will see in Office 365. Okay? So that's point number one. So point number two is the scanner also has multiple modes to run. So there is a discover mode, there is an enforce mode. In discover mode, you will discover that you have sensitive data, and in enforce mode, you can force a label on the document, and then you can force protection of the document as you want. So this scanner is fully GA'd, available over the last months, And if you are a hybrid organization, like we all are, where you have data in Office 365 and you have data on premises and SharePoint, this is a great way to get full coverage across your organization. And one of the major use cases that we see our customers using is to discover, classify, and label this data on premises before you migrate it to the cloud, right? So you know exactly what to migrate and exactly where it should go. It's a huge use case that our customers are using, especially for GDPR compliance. I'm going to walk you through a few screens that kind of walk you through what we have built very recently. The basic functionality has existed. So in this slide, you're seeing that I can run the scanner in discover mode or in enforce mode, right? In discover mode, it's just discovering content on your file server. So imagine you have a file server which has, I don't know, like 100 million files on it, pretty old file server for the last 10 years. You can run it in discovery mode, and what will happen when you run it in discovery mode is, and you can run it for one node like that, the one we just described, or you can run it against all your scanner nodes. So in this case, what's happening is I took this scanner, it is basically an MSI, and I dropped it on that file server. I started running it. Then I went to my next file server and started running it there, and the next file server started running it there, because I want to discover the data across all of those, all my real estate on premises. So here we show you that the data is running, that the scanner is running against all your nodes that you have in the machine. And for people who have been using the scanner in the past, it was all in an Excel sheet. So the big improvement here is that now it's all available via UX. You actually have a sustained network of scanners that you can run against your environment. As an example, Microsoft IT, who considered us to be just another product in the business, is running this scanner and these screens against 40 file servers today, and they started like last month. So they can, in their screen, they will see 40 scanners nodes running, and for each of these nodes, they can click on any of them and go and see what data have we discovered for MSIT. I know this because it run against one of the servers we have, file servers we have as well. So here is an example. You can, for this particular case, you are running it against a file repository called sflands/public. And if it's running in enforce mode, you will find labeled and protected content. In this case, you see that the scanner ran against the file server, went through each file, ran all the rules for classification point of view, started labeling data, starting protecting data, right? So what Rudy showed you runs on Office 365, the same concept for data on premises. And then you can click on the file server, and you get this view. We actually show you each file, the file that ran, the file it ran against, whether the file was classified or not, what did it get labeled, did it get protected or not. Sounds good? All right, so we covered, so far what we have covered is we help you with discover, classify, and protect the data in Office 365 services and clients. We help you with discovering, classifying, labeling, and protecting data on premises, SharePoint on-prem, or SIFS file servers like Windows servers and others on-prem. But there is one piece of the picture that we haven't covered, which is, hey, I also run Salesforce in my company, or I run Box or Dropbox in my company. I want to make sure I get the same functionality there. And this is where our CASB, Microsoft Cloud App Security, comes in, which has basically taken the same philosophy of our MIP and taken the SDK as well, and has applied this on the various repositories that you may have in your organization. So if you are a customer that's hybrid, that doesn't just have Office 365 on premises, but also has repositories like Salesforce or Box or Dropbox or others in your organization, this is the perfect solution for you. So a typical example here is that, let's assume your company, for whatever reason, runs Box. You can create similar rules. For example, in this case, I've created a rule called file name contains confidential. You can use keywords. You could do and by the way, this classification engine that you are seeing here that will determine the rule of confidential, it's the same classification engine that powers Office 365 and that powers the scanner and Office apps in the future. What we've done is we have basically just, across Microsoft, we had multiple classification engines. We have now solidified on the one classification engine that powers everything. So whether it's MCAS running your rules, or whether it's Office 365 like SharePoint running your rules, or Office apps running your rules, or the add-in, they all use the same classification engine. Okay? So you get the same results, irrespective of where your data is. So in this case, I created a rule, and I said if I found, based on those rules, I want to apply a label called company confidential. And then when the user, let's assume, uploads a file called confidential document.docx on the Box repository, within a minute or so, the file is taken over, gets classified, labeled, and potentially protected if need be, and then gets dropped back in the same repository with a V2 sign next to it, right? So kind of to tell you that, hey, we changed the file behind the scenes, we found it sensitive, we wanted to make sure it gets labeled and protected correctly, and then the final file got dropped on the same Box repository. A very typical CASB operation, but it's powered by the Microsoft Information Protection stack now. And you get full reporting around it. If you go back to the reports in our CASB, you will see that, hey, we found a hit. This is the confidential document.doc file that was put in that repository. We were able to classify, label, and protect it, and we applied a particular policy to it. So far, we have walked you through Office 365. We have walked you through what we have on Office apps on premises. We have covered with our scanner. MCAS covers your non-Office 365 cloud repositories. And all of this, what we've seen so far is first-party apps that's the word we typically use. But they're based on an SDK. One of the big efforts that we have spent time over in the last year is that we have built an SDK called the Microsoft Information Protection SDK, MIP SDK, that powers both first-party and third-party products from our point of view. And first-party equals third-party, or third-party equals first-party. And I'm going to walk you through what that SDK looks like and what we have done over there. So what we've done here is that we have built our SDK across all platforms: Mac OS, Linux, Windows, iOS, and Android. And they both are in preview today. GA of Mac, by the way, GA of Linux, Mac, and Windows starting right now. And these SDKs drive the consistent experience. When Rudy was showing you Word and Excel and PowerPoint on Mac and on iOS and Android, they were using this SDK. The Office apps were, right? So that's an example. And what you'll see after this is all the integrations that we have done with our partners are using the same SDK. So there is almost no difference between these two. And these SDKs provide you full classification, labeling, and protection capabilities. So here is an example of, just an example, there are quite many more, of the integration partners who are working with us right now and who will be launching their products in the next month or so. Adobe, Palo Alto, Varonis, Digital Guardian, ForcePoint, you name it. If you're in the security business, you will be looking to integrate with us for labeling and protection needs. So if your organization has any of these products deployed, then you're in for a treat, because very soon these products will start understanding the common Microsoft MIP-built labeling and protection capabilities. Okay.
That deserves a round of applause.
That deserves a round of applause. At least we're doing something really. Thank you. So the first big one, and this has been asked for almost any customer we talk to, hey, you do a pretty good job on Outlook, Word, PowerPoint, Excel. What about PDFs? Because that's one of the top 5 formats that we see around the globe. And starting second week of October, Adobe is announcing a public preview of their working with Microsoft Information Protection capabilities, which means if you protect a PDF, a label or protect a PDF, via one of the n number of solutions that we have in place, like the scanner, very soon with Office 365, with secure email. And this PDF, you want to open it, you double click on it. If you're in the Adobe, if you have deployed Adobe PDF Reader, it'll just work. Just like it opened up on Word on iOS or Mac, right? It's as easy as that. No ad is required, nothing. So Adobe is basically, we're working with Adobe, we've basically built a virtual camp between the two companies now. And what they have coming on Windows, very soon we should see it on Mac, iOS, and Android as well. So full coverage of PDF across the board for Microsoft and from Adobe as well. So the question, we'll take questions later, but I'll answer this one. Edge, absolutely. We are working with the Edge team, and nothing to announce right now, but there's definitely, you can imagine we'll do this. I done nothing to announce right now, unfortunately. All right, so I'm going to walk you through a quick video of this integration on what it will look like if you have a product, for example, from Digital Guardian. Oops, looks like I have to go back and click on. Thought we fixed it. Okay. So Digital Guardian has been one of our big partners right from day one. And what you're seeing here is some of the use cases we have come towards. I'll go very quickly. So in this case, we are downloading a document from a website. When you download the document, Digital Guardian asks you for saying, hey, are you sure you want to download a document? So very simple here, nothing major. But the important point is, because they use our SDK, when you download the document and then you try to open it, it will automatically be labeled and protected. So that's right there for you. Right? So they use the SDK and it just works for them. And now that the document has been labeled and protected, when you try to send this document out of the company, let's assume to a Gmail user or others, then because you're using the Digital Guardian product on your Windows device, Digital Guardian will be able to block that right away because it understood that label, that it's confidential. It gives you that message, so like, I can't send it outside the company. Let me try something else. And let's assume we said, I'll put it on my personal Dropbox or on my Dropbox. And you try to upload that same document onto Dropbox. And when you clicked OK, then Digital Guardian, because it's running behind the scenes, gives you the same error saying, hey, you cheeky fellow, you're trying to upload it to Dropbox? That's not going to work. So it blocked you on that, and the same experience on a USB, if you tried that angle as well. So you copy-paste the document over to a USB. Because it's been labeled and protected correctly, you will see an error saying you cannot send it via USB as well. And the last of the lot, but not the least, is you're like, hey, I will create a new file. I'll copy-paste this content out, put it on a notepad, and try to send it out. No, we won't allow that as well. So this is just a very quick summary of what a Digital Guardian has been able to do using the MIP SDK. And it kind of shows you the power of what we have built, right? We could build the same thing built natively into Windows, for example, starting 1809, some of these functionalities. But if you are an ISV partner who's been working with this and the customer has been using Digital Guardian for some time now, for example, then you get the same functionality ready for you on day one. And Digital Guardian is going to announce this very, very soon as well. All right, so we talked about discover, classify, protect, quite a bunch. And this is where a majority of our investment over the last year has been. And I hope you got a kind of taste of what it will look like, which is we have literally taken the idea of classification labeling protection, and we built it across Microsoft services. There are many services that we're not announcing today, but you should start seeing those results over the next 6 months to a year, where many new services across Microsoft will also start supporting the idea of classification and labeling and protection. But let's focus a couple of minutes now on the monitoring angle. So our goal, of course, now that we have this broad coverage, that we can discover your data, whether you're using a first-party product or even a third-party product, we want to give you a comprehensive discovery, classification, and protection reporting analytics across your organization. This is one of the top questions we get asked, which is, hey, I'm using all your stuff, but I need to go to one place to see my entire report. Usage reports, data discovery reports. So starting today, we're offering two pieces, and very soon one more is coming. Starting today, we are bringing in Microsoft 365 analytics. You saw the 365 SEC dashboard that Rudy was showing you. And you'll see that if you are using retention labels, you'll be able to see reports analytics for that right away. So that's happening. So I'll go to the coming soon part first. And then coming soon, we will add sensitivity label reports in M65 SEC as well across your estate. That's the job we could do. And we will be able to do this because we have our classification, labeling, and protection workloads running in Office 65 and beyond Office 65 on Windows, via the add-in, the scanner, and as well. So we have built that infrastructure on AIP analytics. So if you are an AIP customer, starting today, you should be able to, your tenants will now be hydrated and you have a public preview running of AIP reporting analytics. Right? So just go to your tenant and you should start seeing reporting starting today for all the add-in deployments you have made, for all the scanner deployments you have made. And if there is a SDK usage in your company, you should be able to see that as well. And the goal is that over a period of time, we'll bring it all together to give you a nice experience. Doesn't matter where your data lives, right? So that's our 360-degree view of where we're going to go. What I'm going to do now is going to very quickly walk you through what exists right now, so you can start trying and testing. But you should see a lot more announcements coming here in the next 3 to 6 months from us. So the first one is what we touched upon is the M65 security compliance report that we have created around labels for data that's labeled as is in Office 65. So you can see some of that listed on the screen. You can basically see the number of labeled items that you have, the number of labels that have been applied. All of that's available starting today. And if you are an existing customer, we're going to take some time to migrate you towards SEC. As I mentioned earlier, it's going to take 3 to 6 to 9 months to fully have you available on SEC to get rid of the configuration that you have on Ibiza. But in the meantime, what we have got for you is reporting and analytics of your existing investments, and it's available to you right today, right? So on this screen, if you have the add-in running across your organization, and we know many of you guys have it running on the Office apps, then you should be able to see a great picture of what labels, what is the usage of those labels, how many labeled items you have got, and this has been the number one ask that we keep hearing, just providing the usage reporting. So starting today, you have that available across your company. What you also have available across your company is discovery of data. This is where the scanner comes in. When you run the scanner, we discover data, and you basically see a full report of that data that has already been discovered in your organization. So that's available starting today as well. And last but not the least, if you wanted to build your own reports and you didn't like the ones I showed you, then you can build your own reports. Or if you use Splunk or if you use a different SIEM, then please use the log analytics, gather the data from us, put them in your own reporting infrastructure, and you can build your own reports on top of us as well. So that's available starting today as well. So this kind of shows you the power of if you made your existing investments, you get what you have been asking for. And moving on, we will give you a much better, cleaner experience when we all configured ourselves into the Security Compliance Center. Another view of the data discovery, the repository level that I already showed you. So in the bigger picture, right, our goal has been to show you, to give you discover, classify, protect, and monitor as 4 pillars across all the workloads that you have across your company. And we have a pretty big roadmap for you to start testing and deploying starting today. And this is super important. Like if nothing else from today, take a screenshot of this slide. They're going to basically walk you through what you can do when you go back to work on Monday. So number 1, unified labeling available starting now. First of all, you'll see it in the Office 65 SCC, and there's a URL for that. And then by end of this year, this beautiful experience getting transferred into M65 SCC. Native labeling in Office apps on Mac and mobile. If you are in the insider rings, then starting next Monday, you should be able to see it working for Word, PowerPoint, Excel. Not Outlook. Outlook is going to be a bit later. By end of this year, you should see it working on Outlook, fully preview and GA by the end of this year. If you are on Windows, you can start with the add-in right now. We already have been. We have a new version of the add-in that now understands the new Security and Compliance Center administration. So that's available starting today as well. Outside of the Office apps, there are a bunch of other work that you can start testing and deploying across your organization. Preview of Adobe PDF, second week of October. Windows GA as soon as the build 1809 ships. MCAS plus MIP is going to GA very soon. It's been preview forever, so we're going to GA this in the next few weeks. If you are a technology partner of ours, then the MIP SDK is GA today on Windows, Linux, and Mac, iOS and Android coming soon. And if you are an AIP customer, well, your public preview of migration starts today. So if you want to try out the Mac, iOS, and Android apps, Office apps, then when you go back home and go back to work on Monday, then you should be able to migrate, that's just a term, migrate your tenant over to SCC and start testing, make sure that the AIP add-ins continue to work, and then you can start adding to your repertoire Mac, iOS, and Android. And a bunch of our partner ISVs are going GA in the next couple of months as well. So a huge amount of work that we built over the whole of last year is available to you starting now. Over the next 3 to 6 months and longer, two big things. One, very important, and we deliberately didn't talk about it, is we want to bring in automated classification for sensitivity outcomes, sensitivity labels, into the Office apps built natively. So what you saw today was that you have to click a button and say highly confidential, and then all the outcomes get applied. But what you would really want is that automated classification is available, so you don't have to go click that button. It just works for you. So that's the next big frontier for us, building that functionality into all our applications natively. What you will see working for Office apps, you can imagine will be the same thing for Adobe Acrobat Pro, for example, or other platforms as well. And over a period of time, the goal is really that we migrate all our existing EIP customers over to using the M365 security and compliance center, so you have a clean, single experience across all your workloads. And that's something that we have staged over a period of time in the next 6 to 9 months. So that's pretty much from our side. We'll take a bunch of questions. We have left the time for that. But more importantly, there are a couple of things we want to mention. One is we are now the Microsoft Information Protection team. Internally, we have been that team for a year as a virtual team across the company. But Microsoft Information Protection is the one group that's bringing everything from data protection and data governance together. A lot of this is available now, so you should just get started on your, at least on your pre-prod tenant and production tenants over the next few months as we bring this to closure from our side. All right, questions, comments? Sir. No. We'll repeat your question.
Is it working? No.
Okay, there you go.
So question is regarding when tenants will get hired and when these new features will be available to tenants. Will Exchange Online start to be aware of 8 labels, 8 classification labels? And what will happen, because currently, if you want that Exchange Online can label the messages, you have to create your own labels, which are matched with 8 labels.
Yes.
What will happen, and will that label be merged?
Yeah.
Will it be duplicated? What will happen?
So the question is quite simple. When would Exchange Online be able to understand the MIP labels? I just won't call them AIP anymore. So the answer is it's happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We will have this we couldn't really put it on the board because we are just a little bit behind in development, but you should see this coming very soon. And Exchange Online will be able to do this completely natively.
And what will happen when you send unclassified PDF? And will that unclassified PDF, will Exchange Online be able to classify it? So
Yeah.
will this same mechanism
Yes.
Yes.
show us?
Yes.
Great.
The answer is, the question is, will Exchange Online work with PDF as well as it works with Office files?
On transport
Yes.
files.
That's right.
And it will.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes,
What will be the minimum version of the perpetual Office clients? Will Office 16 work with it, or will it require Office 19?
Yeah, so the clients that you saw, what we need for that is the Pro Plus clients. So we need our service-connected clients to be able to get all of these capabilities. And the reason for that is, as we were describing, a lot of this is actually cloud-powered. It's actually doing the classification. It's pushing all the policy down. So we'll have a version for you sort of once this all goes gold. But preview bits are available today. It's just cloud-connected clients, or what we call Pro Plus, colloquially, is what you need.
So Pro Plus 16 will work?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Should we take one from here and then go back over there?
Yes, sir.
So Exchange Online has its DLP engine, and you have the O365 DLP. Is there going to be any unification between those?
Done, just because you asked.
Well, if the Exchange Online is more granular, will you bring that granularization into setting those rules?
Fantastic question. Thank you for that. Checks in the mail. It is exactly the same engine. What we have done is, if you're using Exchange Online DLP, all the policy you described there is the same classification that you can use for classification and labeling. So when you go to DLP and you say, hey, I want to look for social security numbers, we're using that for both DLP outcomes as well as classification if that's what you desire. So it's the same engine in short. Some folks from our DLP team are here. If you want to continue digging in a little bit further, they'd definitely love to take your questions as well.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
For the auto classification, will there be any machine learning coming to that?
Yes. So the answer is absolutely we will. Not much to announce today, but definitely bringing machine learning to our auto classification needs. We totally understand the regular expression and information types are one set of work you want to do, but you want to give more, and machines can do a much better job, and we're actually working on a bunch of algorithms that will help you classify.
I'll just build on his answer, which is exactly what he said. You can see that we started with user-driven classification, rules. Some machine learning stuff is going to be there sooner rather than later, but yes, we're on it.
Yes.
We're working through that.
Yes, sir. Oh, sorry. Yes, sir.
Have you sorted out label prioritization yet?
Have we figured out label price? Could you go a little bit deeper?
So if you've got a content that could be classified under 2 label types,
Yeah.
right now, as I understand it, it's based upon the date and time of the creation of the label. Yeah. Have you sorted out a logic base that you can apply highly confidential over, restricted or?
So we should chat a little bit later. I thought we fixed it, like we had it available, so you can. So we go with the most sensitive label to the least sensitive label. But if you're not seeing it, we should chat once I come down. And there are a bunch of people on the team here that probably at least let you know if you're on the right version.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hey, one more on Exchange. You mentioned on-premises about SharePoint 2010 onwards, the recent one. Do you ever plan to support on-prem Exchange 2016 and 2019?
Great question. It is I can give you the most diplomatic answer, and the answer is yes, definitely it's in the roadmap. Emails are a challenge in general, but it's something that we definitely want to do. We have a couple of items above this that we want to support. For example, we want to use the scanner to help you migrate to Office 365 data to Office 365 quickly, so we want to get that on, but this is definitely on the list to get on. Yes, we definitely will support emails fully as we do for documents.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You want to keep bouncing back
Yeah.
and forth? Yeah.
I believe at one point there was a plan to integrate the retention labels and AIP labels into a unified experience. If I gathered correctly, that doesn't look like that's the plan anymore.
No, that is the plan. Maybe it didn't come across, but the labels you saw in the M365 Security and Compliance Console are unified across AIP labels as well as retention or Office 365 security labels. Where we may have not communicated as clearly as we should have is that the migration of, if you have set up an AIP label, that is in progress right now. So it'll take a little bit more time to make sure, we don't want you to have to recreate your labels if you've already done that. So we're going to bring those over into the SE. That's the only piece remaining, but the labels are exactly the same.
Okay, so even though you went through 2 separate wizards for setting up a retention label and a protection label, that will be one unified experience in the end?
Yes, there are 2 wizards because folks typically have been giving us feedback that we may have a security team and a compliance team that are separate or different outcomes we're trying to drive. That's not to say that we don't think about labels as unified. What we do think about is there's a set of security outcomes like encryption or blocking access that may be very different from things like retain the data. But the platform underneath is exactly the same for classifying, labeling, going through that.
I'll just add to what Rudy said if you are looking from the angle of, hey, I want one label that will do retention and sensitivity vote, it's a different question from the fact that we've unified the platform or the framework behind the scenes so you can create labels for retention versus for sensitivity. So I think you're looking for an answer for the second one, and we're saying the label schema is the same, the discovery is the same, the classification is the same, and you can have 2 different outcomes on 2 different labels.
Thanks.
So my question is like about recovering a document if that was classified between 2 people, and like both people are nowhere around now. And as an admin, I want to recover that document.
Yeah, that's so typically. So if you have encrypted the document, which I'm guessing is your part of the question, then we have the encryption technology that's called RMS, and it always has had the concept of super users behind the scenes. So you can do it multiple different ways, but the easy way is, one of the ways to do this is, we have this concept of super user. That user is, once you assign this responsibility to somebody, they can automatically go and decrypt the document, irrespective of whether they had access to the document originally or not. So we have many provisions for that. I just gave you the bolt-on answer, but we have it well documented, what happens in these cases. Yeah.
see that you announced like for third-party services like Box, but what about integrated apps where users are going in like submitting and saying, hey, I do give access to this third party to have access to read all my files in OneDrive. Can these protections be able to say, hey, we don't want those services to have access to confidential data?
So it all depends on how the integration works. Typically, whenever an application wants to get access to a file, like what you saw for Digital Guardian and Adobe, they have to come in and integrate with the SDK, but that's just one part of it. More importantly, it is all about the access control that you put on the file. So no integrated app will ever be able to get access to a file once it's encrypted by default. You as an organization must allow that integrated app to actually get access to the document, and then in a way, work on behalf of a user. So there's an entire workflow that you can build around any application that you want. In fact, we have many customers who build LOB, line of business applications that use our SDK today, and they enforce a pretty strict policy and a pretty decent workflow around them. So no, by default, just the fact that you integrate with SDK doesn't mean anything. The administrator of the company can choose to build a workflow around those apps.
I'll add to what Gagan was saying, which is if you want visibility into what apps are being, what are unsanctioned and being used by your users, depending on the use case you're driving at, a CASB might be the right outcome that you want to get at here as well, because it's designed to give you visibility into, hey, why are these unsanctioned apps there? And Gagan showed this screenshot as well, which is you can now take the step further, which is if a document that has been classified is being put into a unsanctioned app, you could drive a block outcome on that as well. So happy to kind of connect with you after this if you want to stitch the solution together.
Thank you.
Yeah, great.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I have a question about the tracking feature. Just now we have to set the protection policy to use the tracking feature.
Yes.
Will it be the same in the future, or can we track, say, a label without the protection feature?
So when we are fully done, then it depends on where your data exists. If your data is in Office 365, in SharePoint Online Repository, with Office apps, we can track the data in a pretty decent way because we have many touch points on the data. When your data leaves the Office 365 bubble, for example, leaves a file server that we have been tracking, then we have almost no way to track the data till the data calls home. So you have to encrypt it at that point in time. So you can imagine if the file is in SharePoint, it's okay. We can know exactly what's happening with the data because it's been labeled. But if you shared it externally and the person on the other side downloaded the file, then it's out in the wild, and we must encrypt it at that point in time. So in the future, I mean, the way tracking was done was the document needs to be fully encrypted all the time. But the way we look at the future is if it leaves our structured repositories, only then it must be encrypted. Within the repository, it doesn't really need to. So that's the place where we are going after. So you may not need to encrypt the file when it's sitting in SharePoint Online, but when the data leaves SharePoint Online anyway. So now you can extrapolate this scenario to many different ways.
I'll add, if your use case is outside my enterprise sort of wall, my tenancy, I think Gagan got it exactly right, which is, you have to think about some envelope, something that's calling home to protect it. If you're within the M365 bubble, such as did I share a document with him, but within Microsoft, right? We have many audit functions that keep track of things like what's that. So I'd kind of give the framework of is it outside your bubble, is it inside your bubble, and based on that, we have the solutions for that.
Okay.
Okay, great. Sir, thanks for the question.
Quick question. I really like the scanning capabilities in the console that you showed when they auto-classify documents. One thing I didn't see, and I want to know how powerful that console is, if there's a false positive within that listing or that scanning, can you right-click within the console to reclassify, or how does that work? I'm just curious.
We have a set of reports that we didn't have time to walk you through. Sure. The console is the top-level set of insights, but similar to our DLP capabilities that we have today, there's a set of reports that hang off this when you kind of dig in and get a chance to play with it, that tell you things like, what is our false positive rate, how many rates do we get, and then you can adjust some of those thresholds.
Yeah, I saw that, the 85 to 100.
Yeah, okay, great, maybe showed up.
But once you have one classified, how easy it is to reclassify it? Do you have to go to the document itself? I'm just curious of how the administration works. I know it might be a little deep right here for this conversation, but I'm very interested.
Reclassification happens for us when the content changes. That's one way to kind of force that issue. But if you have a need where you feel like you want to force it across the system without touching all the content, we should talk. We don't really have a knob that you can do that yet.
Fair enough.
Okay.
And I saw the 85 to 100, so
Yeah.
if you really want to be precise, you make it 100.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Keyword, exactly. Okay.
Great question. Thank you so much for that.
Okay.
Oh, we're out of time.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for the guys who stayed back. Thank you.